Well, a game from our end that we felt, I felt, that we missed some opportunities offensively that could have given us the opportunity to win this football game. You know, take everything that happened, all the situations you can analyze, overanalyze, pick through it. I felt like we had two opportunities to score. We've got to make those plays, and we've got to. This was one of those games that our offense needed to carry the day for us, and we just came up short in a couple of key plays for us. One of those games you got to win. And we weren't able to come up with the key plays offensively. Give Michigan credit. Give, obviously Devin Gardner played outstanding. They were the better football team today, but again, from my perspective, needed to make a couple more plays offensively. Well, I'll tell you, just overall, we want to be smarter and more disciplined. I'm not going to get into specifics, but I want my football teams to play smarter and more disciplined, and that's what we need to get to.
Coach, what did you see in the second half that made the tight end so active in the offensive end? In the first half, you didn't go to him a lot. Second half, he was really active.
He was open. I mean, he's part of our read, and it just, if you're going to take away T.J. Jones, then the tight end gets open. It's just part of our progression. No. Chuck Martin is calling plays. He will continue to call plays. He called every single play. That hasn't changed.
I know last guy had the pass interference penalties with no safety.
We got to be smarter and more disciplined as a defense, and we don't coach penalties. But we want to coach guys to be smarter and more disciplined on a day-to-day basis. That falls on me. I don't want my football team to be in a position where games have to be decided in that regard. We have to be smarter and more disciplined as a football team. I thought, yeah, I mean, Tommy, obviously you'd like to have the one throw before the halfback, but did some really good things. I think he feels like there's just one or two throws there that could have put 44 points on the board. I mean, really, really close. Not good enough. Not good enough. I mean, close, but not good enough. I mean, we just needed to make a couple more plays. Well, we knew that Gardner is certainly a very difficult quarterback to defend. We also knew that offensively that we're in a position that we need to score more points, and I didn't think this was going to be like last year. I thought that this was going to be something of a higher scoring football game, and I think that's going to be the case. In games where you're going to have two really good football teams, we're going to have to score more points than we have in the past. And that doesn't mean our defense is not as good. It's just we went up against a really good quarterback tonight that really made a lot of plays. He's difficult to defend. He can run it. He threw with efficiency. They keep their option principles involved within their structure. They're difficult to defend. I thought he performed extremely well. Punted effectively with great hang time. Kicked the ball off extremely well. And I don't know what his numbers were, but he clearly impacted the game. We were able to get some punt returns that were very important to field position. I think if there was one area that we needed to play better in was our kickoff coverage. We made a slight adjustment there and did a nice job in the second half.
They need to score more points. Is that why you went for the touchdown in the early in the fourth quarter? You didn't take a field goal when you were in the red zone. You went for it on fourth down. And it ended up working out with the Stewart's touchdown.
Yeah. I think we were down 2 scores at the time. Can't remember exactly, but it felt like at that time that we needed to score a touchdown. And that kicking 3 at that time was like laying up when you needed a birdie, you know, if I can use that analogy. It just felt like we needed to go for it. Just the sense and feel for the time in the game. No, we'll evaluate that on Tuesday. I thought that he did some good things, but we're still work in progress there. We made way too many mistakes in the passing game tonight that were critical at times. So, but we ran hard. You know, I think all the backs did that got in. I think just the 2 of them played. But no, we haven't made that decision yet.
Why is it right now feel like the offense is the side of the ball where so much was lost tonight as opposed to the defense?
I just think we missed opportunities to score in the red zone that were real opportunities. These weren't made up. These were real opportunities that we had the right plays on that we needed to execute better. If we execute those plays when they were called upon, we put 2 more scores on the board, this game's over. And we didn't. And I just feel like, given all the circumstances of the game, this is an easier press conference to have if we executed a couple more plays in the red zone. We got to be smarter, more disciplined, and I told our football team that we're not going to get into all of the specifics right now. Losing is losing, but we're going to go back to work on Tuesday with the emphasis in practice on a more disciplined approach to everything. We've got to tighten up everything. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And they understand what I mean.
So with the red zone plays you were referring to, was it more of a 3-snap read situation, or just the way that the play developed that led to the red zone?
Well, no, if you look at a couple of the plays, you know, we got a mixture of pressure and zone. You know, one of the 4th downs, they brought overload pressure. If we're not running a post corner route, but maybe a quick slant, you know, we're in a better position there to pitch and catch with off coverage. The next time we're, you know, we're trying to throw the dig route when the will linebacker's 13 yards deep. If we just hit the drive that's underneath it and don't force it, pick up the 4th down. So we're close. It's frustrating that, and Tommy played well, and I'm not putting on, you know, this show of, you know, it's all on the offense, but quite frankly, you know, we had a chance there to put some more points on the board, and we didn't.